join a sisterhood, that you join their family as well. You know them, you know their family, you know their story, and you want nothing more than to help your friends and your family. My name is Kate Graves. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. My little brother has Asperger's syndrome, which is a very mild form of autism, and it's almost like it's something you can kind of grow out of. But growing up, my little brother was different, how everyone would say, and I remember my mom pulling me aside saying, your brother is different, and you're going to have to look out for him because people are going to pick on him, and I know you're stronger than that. I don't really push people around, just push them or kick them, because it's a social disorder more so than a mental disorder. And he would just scream or yell or something a little bother him, a social situation or a kid that he didn't know. And to me, that was so weird because I wasn't like that. I don't remember having that as didn't do that to anyone as a child. So I remember my mom saying, your brother is different, you're gonna have to help him, especially when it comes to people. First I was it bothered me a little bit actually, I hate to admit it, but I remember I have friends, my best friends who had siblings that were the same age as my brother, and they didn't want to hang out with him, and these people were my best friends. They're well, why don't they want to hang out with your brother? And I didn't know how to explain it. But as I got older, I'm very protective of my brother. I'm very protective of anyone close to me. You can pick on me all you want, but it comes to someone I care about, no. So growing into it, it was different and hard, but it's a good thing for me personally. I remember when I went with my parents when he got tested for it to that saying he has Asperger's, because they're very smart. They're very smart kids. My brother has a photographic memory. He knows all the presidents in chronological order, their vice presidents, and any fact you could possibly pull out of your hat. And so my brother's always put in really high classes, but he also has a form at school where the teachers know he can turn stuff in late. He can you just have to explain special things to him or he won't get it. Especially in technical classes where things are straightforward, makes perfect sense, he gets it. But English, when someone asks you what do you think will happen? He just can't handle it. It blows his mind. No, you didn't tell me. I don't know. I think when we were younger, it was not more a thing people talked about. People didn't have Asperger's. They just thought, oh, your kid's not social. So when I was younger, I remember his elementary school, they didn't understand. But going into high school, the teachers were way more accommodating. They understood. They're okay, he just learns differently. He's just as smart as this other kid. He just learns differently. But I think it was actually his guitar teacher that I remember going in because he's she's not getting it, he's not listening to me, blah, blah. And I remember screaming at this woman who was probably triple my age, at age 16, saying, you do know he has Asperger's and that you need to calmly explain this to him, and he's different. He's not like your other kids. I was you need to calm down. It's written in his file. If you bother to read it.
Or what are some of the common misconceptions you feel?
That they don't think they're smart. Which any person with either Asperger's or autism, they're very smart. It's how you talk to them. It's how you get to know them. You have to. It's not you think it's it's talking to a child. It's not. It's just getting to know said person, knowing their little quirks and or how they do things. Especially Asperger's, you're oh, it's just mental, it's mental. No, it's social. It's they learn it differently. They're very shy. My little brother used to be. Nowadays he's a normal 18-year-old, rambunctious. But it's all about how you talk to them, get to know them. But thinking that they're not smart is probably the biggest misconception and issue that I have. Well, personally, I chose Alpha Xi Delta as a sorority when I was going through recruitment because of Autism Speaks. It meant so much to me. I remember, even though my brother was more so on the low spectrum, we still went to different events, to different fundraisers. My school and high school did stuff for that. And, excuse me, it was just awesome to see a huge group of women at my school that did so much for this that I was touched with as a kid, and I've learned so much about, and to see other people care as much as I do is awesome. This year was probably the best walk we've ever done. We had our new members were incredible in fundraising, and the whole chapter was incredible in fundraising. I think we've raised the most that our chapter solely has done so far. And we do a carnival type thing for the kids where we do games, and then we had like a prize table after they did stuff like that. We had face painting, and then we had some sisters like at the end of the walk like cheer on the families that had been walking. And I remember so many families that come up to my sisters and myself like telling us thank you, like we look forward to you all every year. And it's awesome that our chapter gets to do this, and then other chapters of AZD from around the state and even in Maryland come to the DC walk to support. People fear what they don't know, and so they try to avoid people that they don't understand. And the sad thing is you don't really know anyone, you don't understand anyone, but you think someone's normal, and there is really no normal, and that's something that people need to learn first off.